Let's continue with the third chapter of history, that is the Sultanate period, part 4. We'll continue with the topic Firoz Shah Tughlaq, and the reign started from 1351 to 1388 CE. Firoz Shah Tughlaq was a cousin of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and he was a literate person and a reformer also. Tughlaq Shah was very literate and he was a patronized scholar, and his main aim during his reign was to consolidate the kingdom, means to expand the kingdom as more as possible. And during the Sultanate period, his reign had the most expanded territories. After his death in 1388, the revolts broke up the kingdom as the successors were incapable of holding the Sultanate, and the result was decline of the Tughlaq dynasty. Now the administration and rule of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. He was a reformer and constructive. So Firoz Shah was a scholar and a reformer, and he was also a constructive. So he built many tanks, wells, canals and hospitals during his reign. With this, he was also a patronized scholar, and he established many educational institutions during his reign, and he built hundreds of towns, in which many of the towns he founded and many he restored also, and many old buildings also restored by the Firoz Shah Tughlaq during his reign. Now the next one topic is the end of Tughlaq dynasty and Taimur's invasion. So after the death of Firoz Shah Tughlaq, the empire was divided into many regions, independent regions. मतलब फिरोज शाह की डेथ के बाद जो तुगलक डायनेस्टी थी उसके बहुत सारे रीजन्स इंडिपेंडेंट हो गए थे. उसके डेथ के बाद बहुत सारे रीजन्स ने खुद को आज़ाद कर लिया था, एंड द सल्तनत वॉज रेड्यूस टू दिल्ली ओनली एंड नियर बाय रीजन्स. और जो सल्तनत थी वो सिमट के सिर्फ दिल्ली तक और उसके आसपास के एरियाज तक ही रह गई थी. द मंगोल्स हैड tried to invade the Indian territories many times during the past 3 dynasties. इसके पहले 3 डायनेस्टीज से मंगोल लगातार अटैक कर रहे थे. दे वांटेड टू कंट्रोल ओवर द दिल्ली सल्तनत, एंड द मंगोल रूलर तैमूर ruled over a large empire in Central Asia, defeated the last sultan of Tughlaq dynasty. और ऐसा ही हुआ. तैमूर जो कि एक मंगोल शासक था, उसने लास्ट तुगलक रूलर को, सुल्तान को हरा दिया. एंड हु वाज द लास्ट तुगलक रूलर? ही वाज नसीरुद्दीन तुगलक. अटैक्ड एंड इन्वेडेड दिल्ली. Thousands were killed and the wealth was looted by the Taimur, and Taimur left Delhi and appointed Khizr Khan in charge of this region. तो तैमूर ने दिल्ली को जीतने के बाद खिजर खां को अपॉइंट कर दिया इंचार्ज के तौर पे और दिल्ली को छोड़ दिया. एंड खिजर खां became the first ruler of the Sayyid dynasty, and from here we started the Sayyid dynasty. The rule started from 1414 to 1451 CE. So who was the first ruler of Sayyid dynasty? The first ruler of Sayyid dynasty was Khizr Khan Sayyid, and the last ruler was Alauddin Alam Shah Sayyid. So mainly 4 rulers came during this period. The first one was Khizr Khan Sayyid, and the last one was Alauddin Sayyid. And between this, who succeeded Khizr Khan? Khizr Khan was succeeded by his son Mubarak Shah Sayyid in 1421. So Khizr Khan was a governor during the reign of तैमूर. तो तैमूर के ये खिजर खां गवर्नर हुआ करते थे. एंड विथ द इन्वेशन स्टार्टेड इन दिल्ली. आफ्टर कंक्वायरिंग दिल्ली, तैमूर अपॉइंटेड खिजर खां एज द इंचार्ज ऑफ द दिल्ली सल्तनत. आफ्टर दिस, Khizr Khan was succeeded by his son Mubarak Shah Sayyid in 1421, and Mubarak Shah Sayyid succeeded the throne in 1434, and with this the last ruler of Sayyid dynasty, Alauddin Alam Shah Sayyid, came into rule, and his reign was from 1443 to 1451. and he lost Delhi to Bahlul Lodi, who established and became the first ruler of Lodi dynasty in 1451 CE. From here, the rule of Lodi dynasty started from 1451 to 1526 CE. And who was the first ruler of Lodi dynasty? The first ruler of Lodi dynasty was Bahlul Lodi in 1451. And Lodis were the belongings of Afghan. तो ये कहाँ से बिलोंग करते थे? अफगान. Their origin was from Afghan. The first ruler of this dynasty was Bahlul Lodi. He tried to reconstruct and bring back the Sultanate. और इन्होंने पूरी कोशिश की कि ये वापस से सल्तनत की वही पावर वापस ला सकें. And he appointed loyal Afghan nobles in place of rebellious गवर्नर्स. और इन्होंने जो विद्रोही गवर्नर थे उनको हटा के अपने अफगान के जो उनके बहुत ही वफादार नोबल्स थे उनको अपॉइंट किया. बहलुल लोदी वॉज सक्सीडेड बाय हिज सन सिकंदर लोदी इन 1489. He was the most powerful ruler in the Lodi dynasty. So Sikandar Lodi was the most powerful ruler of the Lodi dynasty. And Sikandar Lodi annexed the Sultanate from Bihar and Jaunpur. So Sikandar Lodi founded the city of Agra and made it his capital. And after his death in 1517, his son Ibrahim Lodi succeeded the throne from Sikandar Lodi. The nobles were against him and conspired with Babur, a Mughal ruler. In 1526, Babur defeated Ibrahim in the first battle of Panipat and ruins the Lodi dynasty, and the Sultanate period was officially in the hand of Mughals. Now, some aspects of Sultanate rules. So first, we'll start with Sultan. So Sultan was the most powerful and important person in the empire. जो सुल्तान होते थे वो सबसे ज़्यादा पावर उनके पास होती थी पूरे empire में. He had the highest authority, but the rule, the kingdom, he needed the support of nobles. लेकिन पूरे रूल में पूरे पावर को मेंटेन कर रखने के लिए उनको किसके सपोर्ट की जरूरत थी? नोबल्स की. एंड अदर रिलीजियस फिगर्स known as ulema. Ulemas were the religious scholars, and he was both the chief justice and the commander-in-chief of the army. So the sultans were the chief justice and the commander-in-chief of the army both. He had to be wise and clever at the same time. During Sultanate period, there was a conflict for authority between the Sultan and the nobles. Means the nobles wanted the more authority from the Sultan, and the Sultan wanted the most powerful person during his empire. And the next one is nobles. Nobles were the highest ranking officers. तो empire में जो सबसे high rank के officers होते थे वो कहलाते थे nobles. And the nobles had the king by administering certain departments. और ये king की मदद करते थे कुछ अलग अलग departments को administer करके. And they were divided into three classes: the khans, the maliks, and the amirs, in which the khans were the highest ones. There were four departments. Like nowadays, our administration, the government has divided different departments to control or to make an effective control over the country. Same as that time during Sultanate period, the administration was divided into different departments. So mainly it was divided into four departments. The first one was Diwan-e Wizarat. This was a finance department, and Diwan-e Rishalat was a religious matters department, and Diwan-e Arz was a military affairs department, and Diwan-e Insha was a royal correspondence. The Wakiladar was responsible to look after the entire royal household. जो राजघराना होता था उसकी पूरी देखभाल करने की जिम्मेदारी होती थी वकीलदार की. And Wazir was the most powerful rank under the Sultan. He was the head of royal treasure. तो उनके वो पूरे शाही खजाने की जिम्मेदारी इनके ऊपर होती थी वजीर के ऊपर. The Amir Ji Hazib was responsible for all the court ceremonies. Together, these nobles and officials helped the Sultan to administer his empire in a just and fair manner. तो ये सारे लोग मिलके जो सुल्तान की मदद करते थे पूरे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को अच्छे तरीके से इफेक्टिव तरीके से रूल करने में. बट देयर वाज अ कांस्टेंट कन्फ्लिक्ट, लेकिन यहाँ पे लगातार मतभेद भी था नोबल्स के बीच में, ऑफिशियल्स के बीच में. रिलीजियस नोबल्स मींस धार्मिक मुद्दों को लेके और पावर्स को लेके. So the land was divided among military and civilian officials. जो पूरी सल्तनत की ज़मीन थी उसको मिलिट्री और सिविलियन ऑफिशियल्स के बीच में डिवाइड कर दिया गया था. एंड द पीस ऑफ लैंड वाज कॉल्ड इक्ता, और ज़मीन के टुकड़े को, भाग को क्या कहते थे? इक्ता. एंड द पर्सन और द ऑफिसर होल्डिंग द लैंड वर नोन एज इक्तादार, और उस ज़मीन को होल्ड करने वाले को इक्तादार कहा जाता था या फिर मुफ्तीस कहा जाता था. They collected the taxes and paid a part of it to the Sultan. And what was the work of these iqtadars? Their work was to collect the tax and pay a part of the tax to the Sultan. The army and the empire. The Sultanate army had to remain powerful to maintain their authorities over territories. तो सल्तनत की जो आर्मी होती थी उसको पावरफुल होना बहुत ज़रूरी था. The army include infantry. Infantry means foot soldiers, जो पैदल चलने वाले सोल्जर्स होते थे, सिपाही होते थे. दैट वाज नोन एज इन्फेंट्री. एंड कैवलरी. कैवलरी घुड़सवार, और दे वर आल्सो कॉल्ड हॉर्स बैक सोल्जर्स. एलिफेंट्स एंड आर्चर्स एंड सैपर्स एंड एडिशनल ट्रूप्स. और इनके साथ साथ कुछ और भी टुकड़ियां होती थी, ग्रुप होते थे. ट्रूप्स मीन्स ग्रुप ऑफ सोल्जर्स वर प्रोवाइडेड बाय द इक्तादार्स ऑन डिमांड. The entire empire was divided into subas. Like nowadays, our countries divided into different states, and states divided into different districts, and districts into different cities. So the entire empire was divided into subas or provinces. Provinces means prant. The subas was disintegrated into ships, and these ships were further divided into parganas. तो subas या provinces divide थे ships में, और ships को divide किया गया था parganas में. A group of villages. parganas क्या थे? गांव का समूह. मीन्स कई सारे गांव को मिला के एक परगना बनते थे. The iqtadars were head of parganas and controlled all the major and minor acts in the administration. Now the society and the economy. What was the position of society and economy during the Sultanate period? So the Sultan had many slaves, and they were provided with high educations. तो सुल्तान के पास कई सारे स्लेव्स होते थे, बहुत सारे नौकर होते थे, एंड उनको हाई एजुकेशन मिलती थी. ओनली द लॉयल एंड कैपेबल वंस रोज टू सर्टेन रैंक्स. और जो लोग वफादार होते थे या कैपेबल होते थे उनको ही कोई रैंक दी जाती थी. द पीसेंट्स और द कॉमन पीपल लिव्ड लाइफ ऑफ मिजरी. जो किसान होते थे या आम आदमी होते थे उनकी लाइफ काफ़ी दुखी होती थी, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ टैक्सेस इम्पोज्ड बाय द सुल्तान्स. And there were certain taxes that made the life of common people more miserable. तो कुछ ऐसे टैक्सेस थे जिन्होंने आम आदमी की जिंदगी को और भी ज्यादा मिजरेबल, दयनीय बना दिया था. That was taxes like खराज, land tax, and घारी house tax, and चराई cattle tax were enough to deprive the common man of his luxury. तो ये सारे टैक्सेस पर्याप्त थे एक इंसान को उसकी लग्जरी से वंचित करने के लिए. Some sultans used taxes to maintain large armies because which of the prices rose, and so did the rebellions. तो ये सारी चीज़ें टैक्सेस लगाने की वजह से चीज़ों के दाम बढ़ जाते थे और लोग इसका विद्रोह करने लगते थे, rebellious. Now here we finished our topic. I have given you some homework questions which you have to complete.